Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Seesaw or Chris, and today we are playing some Final Fantasy XIV in 2023. We are continuing our journey through the ShadowBringers MSQ, and we are likely going to a new map, I would think, since, not yesterday, but last time we did defeat the light of this place, the Light Warden. And now it's beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it's still pretty bright out because it's the daytime, but you should see it at nighttime. It's quite dark now, so we did good. We did good. I see lots of people in chat. Morning, or afternoon, I guess. I'm not used to doing 1 p.m. streams. Hi, Branson. Hi, Svent. Patrick is in here as well. Dekire. Jamie Ice Tea's here. Hello. Patrick says, has Seesaw fallen in love with the Dark Knight class, or does he miss his katana? I do like the Dark Knight. I would say, like, throughout all MMOs, I am a DPS at heart, so I miss DPSing, I guess. But I have enjoyed the Dark Knight. I've had a lot of fun actually being challenged to tank, which is something I shy away from, so it's been pretty good. We've done like 1 or 2 dungeons, maybe 1 dungeon and 1 trial so far, and they've gone pretty well. We also have Michael in the chat, and Terminus. Welcome. I also, if you guys can hear me, like, just say, yo, we can hear you. Just before I go too long, I feel like you guys would have been like, it's weirdly silent if you hadn't heard me yet, but, you know, always good to check. But yeah, it's 101, so I think we should probably get going. Patrick says you can hear me. Good to go. Let's kick things off. The wheel turns. Oh, we got a present. Look at this. What a good start to the day. I knew you could do it, and not only because of your blessing, you have a strength all your own, and it has been us through, and it has seen us through many a trial. Because we did a trial. Look at that. With the Warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going together, needless to say. To the bitter end, the fate of our 2 worlds being at stake and all that. But where are we going next? Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Planetarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fae folk. I don't know if frolicking is the term I would have chosen here. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Ilmora's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for all of us when I say that I had a belly full of Ilmeg. Yeah, I think we could take a break from the Fae folk for a little bit. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. Look at Alphino freak out about the fairies when that was said. That's funny. All right. Jamie says we can also hear the silly pixie music. Good. We can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, clear. I'm feeling a lot better. Last stream was a couple weeks ago, and I was at the start of an illness that actually lasted for quite a while. So I'm doing much better today, which is great. Oh, it started to rain. Look at that. Let's hop out of the rain. See what's happening at the Planetarium, see where we're off to next. I bet we're going to a new map, though. What I'm interested in is what's going to push us to a new map. I assume there's another Light Warden for us to defeat. That kind of seems to be the theme of this expansion. Oh, Alize has something to say. It's kind of nice having, I assume this is our main group for the expansion now. I feel like we've assembled all of the components. I don't know if we're missing anyone. Is there something like changed that I didn't notice? Or are we just seeing how peaceful it is? It seems pretty peaceful. I feel like this is the calm before the storm.
Well at the
It does seem good. It seems peaceful.
Yes. Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
It's kind of flattering. Who's this?
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Who the heck is this? Oh.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page.
So wait, because we haven't seen him in this realm yet, have we? He was very much back in our own realm.
Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
He's the one that's possessed by Ascians, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity...
Yes?
I am Emmett Selk, Ascian.
There it is. Look at that. Emmett Selk. All the cards on the table. Michael says he was in the back of the room when you confronted Vothri. Oh, was he? Did I notice that? I feel like that went right under my radar, which isn't surprising, but...
Gaius spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Everybody looks ready to fight.
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle? Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Okay, so he is 100% against us, it sounds like. Because at the start, it kind of seemed like he wanted to do the same thing we were doing, but this does not seem to be the case. Stan says, yeah, he is the one who created Garlean. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So he's quite old in terms of a historical figure. Patrick says, but that would imply everything the Garleans have ever done is part of an Ascian plot. Interesting. Is he gonna follow? He seems a bit unhinged, I'm not gonna lie.
Following the flood, the first had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lump and weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met.
Well, this only further confirms that we should be against Vothri, which wasn't really of any doubt, but... like I say, all the cards are being laid on the table here.
But you had to come and ruin it all. Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased.
Exactly. This is weird for Ascians. Typically they like to be mysterious and in the background of scenes. You know, this is very direct and confrontational. So it's a little, I don't know what the end goal is.
What happens next? Might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
That probably not how this is going down.
Are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habrea did. And we all know how well that ended for him.
Okay, so he's trying to learn from mistakes.
And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation.
Yeah, I bet.
I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
I really don't think we can trust this person.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground?
Yeah. Really don't think we should trust them.
For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content.
Patrick says, what this actually is showing us is that on the individual level, the Ascians are not all the same. La Habrea was fanatical and wanted the rejoinings done immediately. Emmett here seems to be different. Yeah, it's fair. They have different approaches for sure. Whereas, no, you're very right. Before it did seem like they were all kind of like as the same team. I mean, I guess they were on the same team, but like working together, whereas now it is very individual.
But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
I really don't think this is how it's going to play out, but okay. Yeah.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright.
I like the little card toss. Pretty cool. Stem says, yeah, because we don't know their reasons why they're doing what they're doing. We can see picture from our side. It is possible that we are the bad guys here without realizing it. Very, very possible. That's always, I'd say, always something that Final Fantasy, like, you know, deals with. Like, there's always a bit more gray in the storyline, which is kind of nice. Bacter says, I watched the lore talk once. La Habrea was so weak at the end of ARR because he did not once take a break and spent every moment working. Emmett here is much stronger because he takes breaks. Okay. It's fair.
If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
Thank goodness he's talking for himself and I don't have to read the Urianger dialogue.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
Fair enough.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's not the last time we're going to see Emmett. I like how our character just stares down the person throughout the entire cutscene. It's fun. Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Seesaw. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of recent exertions, I'd say you'd earn a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. Oh, we're gonna go to sleep in our inn and have another conversation with our ghost friend, huh? I bet you that's how this is gonna go down. Yeah, it's interesting. This is the only like expansion that's forced us to go to bed like every so often. It's kind of weird. Oh, I need to click on the one over here. I'm doing bad. Yeah, Seesaw, we are done with you. Get out of here, Shadowbringers. The go to bed expansion. Kind of. Like I say, it's not something we've done in any of our other ones. Jamie says, I like how a moment ago you were saying, I think this is everyone, and now you've made a new friend. That's, I guess, without wanting to. I mean, I don't know if Emmett's gonna be, like, truly part of the team, though, as much as he might be a villain at some point. But maybe I'm gonna be wrong, and maybe we are gonna trust him, and maybe he is gonna be a part of the team. Only time will tell. Welcome back, sir. We've been expecting you. You'll find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Will you be retiring now? Yeah, let's do it. Very good, sir. I bid you a pleasant evening. Alright. I bet you we're not just gonna go to sleep and that's it. Although it looks like we could go to sleep and we'd be pretty happy. We seem pretty tired. Stan says new Scion of the Dawn foreshadowed. Yeah, I don't know if that's the future that Emmett has coming from. Oh, look at all the snacks. Well, that's nice. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover. Wow.
From the Exarch,
there he is.
With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort.
And we found a lot about Ardbert during the last portion there. Like, he was good friends with the creatures that gave us kind of the last of the 4 pieces we needed to unlock the tower, which is interesting. Like, I like how they have fleshed out his story a lot throughout this. I was really not expecting it, so it's pretty cool to see. Patrick says, well, honestly, Kryle never resonated as a Scion replacement for Minfilia, so see if this Emmett works out.
So much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around.
Yeah, the Exarch is an interesting character. I think he's going to be very critical to how this story ends. And probably not as noble as he seems.
Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett's Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making.
Yeah.
They cannot be trusted. None of them.
That's what I'm saying. We can't trust them. I mean, I'm pretty firmly in that camp.
Right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Not everything. Tell me about Sito. You're putting me off my dinner. I kind of do want to get more if I can.
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him.
Look at her little smile.
What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
I got a friendly little chocobo. Look at us have our little conversation. This is nice. And we just went to bed with him, like, somewhere haunting our room. Patrick said this guy made it home only to be stuck as a ghost watching light destroy what left. How very sad. It is a sad, like, story for him, for sure. Hopefully, I assume part of the story of Shadowbringers will be, you know, finding peace for him. All right. Let's see what's on the radar for today. Oh, good. Looks like we're going to be dealing with Emmett right away. A party soon divided. Does this mean some of us are going to want to trust him? I don't like that. Good day to you, sir. I hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Alright, that we can do. Stan says, well, technically, due to the White Ascian meddling with Ardbert team, saved first for you to come and clean everything. Because if he wouldn't do that, Minfilia wouldn't be here to stop the flood, if you think about it. I guess it is all connected. It couldn't, you know, a part of it couldn't have happened and left us in the same position. So it's fair to think of. Patrick says, what piece is there left, even if the other ghosts... Oh, what piece is there left, even if the other ghost friends are gone? I don't know what piece is left. I mean, we've already brought him a little bit of peace, maybe seeing Seto or whatever again. But yeah, it's going to be hard to find, like, meaningful peace. I mean, he's here for something, though. We just haven't really discovered what that is yet. Dun, 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 dun. Patrick says he would 100% have gladly sacrificed his ghost life to have stopped the flood of light, but he wasn't sacrificed. His pain is worse. He's stuck watching. Yeah, maybe it's just making it so he no longer has to watch and he can move on. Maybe that's the piece, you know? Like, I don't know. We'll have to find out. I'm here for the ride. It's been kind of a movie session so far here, just back-to-back cutscenes. It's been a nice way to enter into the stream. Lots being uncovered. Is Emmett gonna be in here or something? We're gonna find out the Exarch is Emmett or something. Oh my god, Emmett's gonna be like sitting on his lap. They're gonna be like best buds.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
I like, and I don't know if I've noticed this the other times, I like the echoiness that they give for this room. Yeah, there he is.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
I mean, he's not wrong. He did say it. I did not expect it to be like the next thing we dealt with. Spence's cutscene stream works for me. It's a sleepy day over here. That's fair. It's fair. It's a chill vibe.
Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe.
All right. I mean, you're here meddling with our mission currently.
Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
I really doubt that that's true. Patrick says, by the way, isn't it nice the Crystal Tower is back and so important? I thought that was cool. Yeah, it is. It's really cool. The Crystal Tower is like a really cool asset. So to be able to have it be this like big meaningful thing is pretty cool.
Wage your war against the Sin Eaters. Put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
Okay.
Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
Some fisticuffs. I mean, we do like fighting.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity.
Yeah, I really don't think we're trusting him. I'll be surprised if, like, the Exarch's the only one I'm not sure. He might trust him, which would be concerning. Michael says, remember, Thancred was possessed by La Habrea, so he has an extra reason to hate the Ascians. Oh, that's super fair, that he would have more distrust for the Ascians. He would have kind of that trauma that he would really have relived in certain ways here. So
Say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy.
okay, so knowledge that he has and we don't.
For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
I'd say we're always fairly worth watching.
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips.
Yeah, I really don't think we're gonna trust him. Svent says the tower is so pretty here on the first, free of purple smog. Yeah, that's completely fair. It's like you can see the whole tower really nicely. Stan says, I remember the time of when ARR was leased and everyone was running Crystal Tower Raid because it had the best gear. Oh, that's actually really cool. We did run the Crystal Tower Alliance raids like way back now, but that was I think that would be the first Alliance raid we did, which was really cool to do. Patrick said, did Square ever remove the MSQ block that you have to complete your role quests to progress story at certain points? Very distant point. Nope, still there. Oh, well, that is unfortunate. We've done one role quest as a video, but I should do, I guess, more role quests so that we don't end up having an issue. Unless we run into it very soon here.
Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
A colonel, perhaps, not a jot. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't. I like this one. Not overthinking it, just, you know, coming for him.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did.
It's fair.
It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
What's the Exarch have to say about all this?
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters.
Alright, it's fair. Branson says, nope, still there. Patrick, it's far, far away. No need to rush. Okay. It is something you don't have to worry about at your current phase level. Okay.
I
Good.
will begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amarang, and Raktika remain.
Yeah, so we're gonna go through and get some more Light Wardens.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
Oh, so that's why we're splitting up.
I'll take Amarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika.
Alright.
There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Oh, Y'shtola. So we do have another companion to add to our group. I completely forgot about you. Don't tell her when we see her, but I had forgotten about her.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right, though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
Interesting.
You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
Oh, good. Urianger gets to come with us. Hooray! More Urianger dialogue.
Thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
Mysterious envelope. Okay.
What's that?
Yeah.
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
I mean, he's super gonna trap you, like... That, yeah, we're all like,
Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take.
I don't know if it's a great risk to take, but we'll see how it pays off. I feel like we might be rescuing him soon. Michael says, don't worry, we won't tell her. Oh, good. Yeah, Y'shtola will... I'll be like, Y'shtola, we've been looking for you this whole time. We never forgot about you. Jamie says at this point, Seesaw is currently watching, weighing up whether he'd rather bring Urianger or Emmett. Honestly, between the two of them, that one would be an interesting question for me. Branson says, time to have your vocabulary expanded. Yeah. It'll go in, you know, one ear out the other, unfortunately.
Might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Oh, I guess, yeah, they're going together.
Of course.
That's fair. Well, we've all got a place to go now.
Make ready. Safe travels to you all.
And if I'm not wrong, we're going to a map we haven't been to yet, right? Because that would make sense as to why we haven't seen Y'shtola. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall, there remains a tablet whose writings, I believe, may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. Oh, that's nice. We get a little gift, a little presents. And most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey onto Fort Job, and that we might secure this relic. All right, let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Oh, look at that. Oh no, we don't have Fort Job. Wow. I mean, it's pretty close. Here, we'll just teleport out of here. Stan says, so the moment in the trailer where Thancred saved Memphilia was just for showing us saving Crystal Exarch like a princess in distress. You think that's how it's gonna go down? Maybe. Petra says, a little apology to the Scion you waited for longest to check up on. Yeah, it's our please forgive us present. We definitely meant to come see her right away, you know? Definitely didn't forget about it. Well, let's make sure we get the Aether Crystal when we get to Fort Job. Can I can't out here. But I should have what? Oh, do I not have the speedy run on my bar? That doesn't, I mean, we're gonna be outside in a second. I feel like it'll be a problem that like is not solved for a while. God, I'm slow in this zone. Like, if you told me this was faster than being just walking, like it would be very minimally faster. Let's see if we can avoid getting into combat. What's up? Hi, Arctic Silver. How's it going? Good afternoon or evening, or probably afternoon or evening wherever you are. Maybe morning, I don't know. I guess it depends on how late it is in some places. But hopefully your weekend's going well. Alright, I'm going to get the Aether Crystal right away before anything else happens. Dinner time, close enough. Cool. Cool. And see, I'm tempted to click the quest, but I know if I do, I'm going to forget doing this as I leave. Sven says it's technically equal to your sprint right now. So yeah, not very fast at all. Here amidst the ruins, we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hollowed hall, the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Is time of the essence? Like, I don't know if Shola even knows we're coming yet. Like, is this gonna be good for us? Could be. Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like it will be. Look how cute we are. Look at the little helmet. So cute. A little faith, I like it. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as a testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh everyone, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from the fulgent deluge, my god, why Urianger, were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both. Whence came the name of Sin Eater? Oh, well, that's a cool little backstory. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet there is light, and there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. Probably a pretty like upcoming time, since that's where we're going. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. My god. Stan says one thing I really love what they did with the story and Scions is that they changed their jobs. Like Thancred was a rogue and now he's a tank. Alize was a scholar and now he's a red. But that is really cool. I haven't really like noticed that as much, but that's a cool thing because that's what I'm doing as I progress through the game. I think it's a really cool part of the game, so they may as well make it like very obvious. Stan says it really feels like not only story progress, but the characters with it. That's fair. Arctic Silver says you are only now getting the fort job aetherites. I'm sorry. Patrick says I don't know what Seesaw will play in Endwalker, but the ninja passive run speed buff might tip the scales. That's fair. Arctic Silver says this part. Patrick says, if I had to guess, Seesaw will go with the Reaper for Endwalker, but I personally think Sage fits the story better. Still, there is no wrong class to choose for Endwalker. I recommend you truly any class you like. I feel like I like the concept of Reaper more, but it has been a really long time since we've healed, and I just might be tempted by that, so we'll have to see. But we've got time to decide. Where are we going? We're trying to get like this. Okay, Thancred's there. Yeah, this looks like the ruins. So we're looking for like a tablet. I'm guessing it's gonna be kind of glowy. I mean, I don't know. Oh, there's a downstairs. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be down here. 100% gonna be down here. Arctic Silver says you will have a dialogue choice in the wood. There is only one correct option. Oh no, now I'm gonna be like second guessing everything I choose. Sven says lol, Seesaw goes with Warrior Light Job. He has a lot of levels to work on. That's fair, that's true. I can level pretty quickly when I like super dedicate to like leveling off stream. Especially if you like just go in and do like your daily bonuses every day, like it can go pretty quick. But I don't do that unless I need to do that. This is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. I mean, on the down, like the basement, yeah. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. In subterranean construction have done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. All right. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers did want to place a worship, for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built it, but to worshippers of the dark. The night's blessed. Oh, spooky. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Arctic Silver says the correct option will be very obvious. Patrick says ShadowBringers brought a lot more options and dialogue, which makes the protagonist feel like they really are your avatar. Yeah, it's something I've liked a lot from the onset of Final Fantasy, but it certainly has become more compelling as time's gone on, are those little choices. I will say I still, kind of dislike that our main character doesn't talk or have a voice. Like I really do enjoy in Guild Wars 2 how your character does talk for you, but I do like the idea that we get to choose some of these dialogue options, which is really cool. Arctic Silver says you can get some really funny dialogue in this expansion/post. Okay, that's fun. And Patrick says the devs and writers clearly felt more comfortable giving us more choice in expressing our characters, which is always a big part of MMOs, right? It really should be. It's about your story. Like, yes, you're tied to this big story, but it's your story. Patrick says, okay, Commander. Yeah, I mean, we're just the Commander, but I do like that we get to hear the voice. Michael says the NPC no longer make jokes about how you never say anything. That's good. That's good. who subsequently migrated to Raktika. Yes? Okay, perfect. It's the perfect time for us to learn about this, it seems. Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Oft and many times did Umler makes spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed in their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Oh my god, Urianger, I swear. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Final Fantasy XIV, we love the MSQ, we really do, but it will require you to read a lot. No zone without the exposition dump. Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy reading a lot. It was actually one of the biggest, I'd say, like, fear hurdles in terms of streaming was reading publicly for the internet, and I don't do amazingly well at reading out loud, but it's, you know, it's been fun, and I mean, you guys are super chill, so it's what it is. Except for Urianger, that's a special kind of fear. Search your surroundings for the tablet. You may move the camera. Okay, cool. Oh, is this... Yeah, we're going to be the little... Oh, is it like a time? No, it's not timed. This is cool, though. We did this in the Minfilia in Stormblood a fair bit. Can we do a full circle? No, we can't. Is this... Can we zoom... Okay, so we can zoom... Wow, we can zoom in, like, super far. Okay. This is a cool little mini game. I mean, where could a tablet be, really? Like, I don't see anything that looks like a tablet yet. Oh, look at that! Sniped it. I was expecting it to sparkle, which I feel like would be too easy. That's a cool little mini game. I like that. You can click on them? Oh, I should have clicked on... What does it do when you click on them? Within the altar, you sayest, or thou sayest, some crazy thing. Sweet. You've done this mini game before, though. Yeah, I have, right? I did it in Stormblood, I think. Brenton says that one took me longer than I'd like to admit. It was pretty tricky to see. I think there's certainly opportunity for them to have like a mini game like with a leaderboard and like times for it. Like it could be a pretty fun little activity. Like it could be in the Golden Saucer for sure. Sometimes can provide funny dialogue, so you can try out if it pops up later on. Okay, you should always try clicking on them. Not escapeth thine eye. 'Twould seem this is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I'm not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Ranka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Pretty cool. I'm always excited to go to a new zone. I think it's like one of the most enjoyable parts of really any MMO is the journey into a new zone. We get some gear. Into the dark. Spooky. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed, which I feel compelled to elucidate. Like, what? As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases master their disciples. Oh, masters their disciples. So did we not say people's names? Is that what I'm supposed to get from like the most complicated explanation ever here? Stan says time for the best music in the expansion. Patrick says, if you think about the flood in terms of Earth, imagine if everything on Earth became uninhabitable except for Australia. Oh, and angel monsters are attacking Australia. Imagine all civilization lost. It'd be pretty bad. That would be pretty bad. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed One's presence. Okay, so they've taken on other people's names. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Wood border. Alright, cool. Patrick says something bad happened on the first. Arctic Silver says the Knight Blessed take a new name, so they don't know her as Y'shtola. So yeah, just essentially using a different name. Like that, he could have said one sentence and instead had like a paragraph of complication. Oh, it's like right beside here. That's handy. I did not realize the entrance was like right next to us. All right. Can we, you have to go around this wall, it looks like, and then we should be there. Spence says they go by an alias, in other words. Michael says, if you remember in the trailer, Urianger called her Motoya. Oh, you're right. You're super right about that. I always thought that was odd. Patrick says, does Sisa not remember he met someone with that name in Heaven's War? With what name? Oh, like Matoya? Yeah, I remember Matoya. She was like the, I forgot what the zone's called, but the one with the Alexander raid, that zone, and she had all those enchanted brooms and stuff, right? She's very related to Kryle and Alphinaud, if I remember. I can remember some things. Why is it invulnerable? Come on, fight me or don't fight me. Ridiculous. Arctic Silver says, what sayest thou, Master Matoya? Dravanian Hinterlands is exactly the name of the map. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course, right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow.
This is crazy music. So I love the forest.
The forests of Raktika, in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Pretty cool. This music is awesome.
We have arrived.
We sure have. Senses that line had people speculating like crazy before the expansion came out. That's fair. Senses that's why a lot of people were asking why he called her Matoya, thinking that old granny Matoya possessed Y'shtola's body. Oh no. Patrick says, who says she hasn't? Arctic Silver says, yeah, that was the whole theory. And now you guys are just loving the music, it looks like. It's the sweet music. It's a whole meme.
Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable.
Oh, fun.
Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Oh, God. Is he just gonna follow us?
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth. Conquer. Rule. Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories. Subjugating primitive peoples. All for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
Oh, she's gonna invite him.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
He's just along for the ride no matter if we like it or not, it seems like. Emmett is great, one of the best characters. He does, like, I'm a fan, I will say. I don't trust him, but I'm a fan. 'Tis plain our Astian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, we would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner. Pervadeth every corner. And so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without success. My goodness. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. You know what? I would make the Urianger Emmett switch at this point, I think. 2 years passed, a swarm of Sin Eaters did lay waste onto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in doing so. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on. Wayward souls in want of guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gone. There we go. Pervaded. All right. Yeah, I at least Emmett like speaks a normal language for being like an ancient Asian. What the heck's this thing? Look at this thing. Is this a? Look at this. Oh, it's like kind of rare too. It's level 80. I think that thing would like wreck us. Look at it. It's guarding the path too. Vampire Vine. I don't like that. But I think of the two, we're better to go like this. It will delete you. All right, so good that we gave it a wide berth. What are these things? They're like little balls? Oh my god, oh my god, that's horrifying too. This whole place is terrifying. Alright, I just want to make it safely to the city. Here we go. Fort gone. Is there... Oh, there's no crystal until there. Okay. Branson, you should hit it. See what happens. I don't believe you for 1 second, Branson. You see that place in the trailer. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. It is actually pretty destroyed here. I did not realize that.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction.
Yeah, it's not looking great here.
Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Oh. We about to get attacked?
Now, surround them!
Oh, it was a trap, eh?
These Sin-Eaters, they're not like the others.
Yeah, we're not Sin-Eaters, sir. Stan says, kitties!
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin-Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
They mean to kill us all. Only one correct choice. Oh no! And that's it. They shot, they die. Please, we're not Sin-Eaters seems like the most obvious choice here, but I want to click this one. Let's do it.
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
That's fun. And that's it. They shot, you die. GG. Did I like ShadowBringers? Is Emmett going to save us?
I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade. Good luck.
He's like, I'm out.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I mean, I think everyone probably did, yeah.
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Is it Y'shtola? Or, Mateo?
Runard, report.
Master Matoya.
Yeah, there you go.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin-Eaters?
Are you certain these are Sin-Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin-Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not?
It's like she not able to see us normally?
Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether.
Because, like, I know she sees, like, through ether, but yeah, you'd think she'd recognize us.
Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
There you go. No one can echo Urianger's way of speaking. She'll know right away.
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
It's fair. It's fair. Stan says the best thing I love about Shadowbringers is the Hrothgar race. Were so unusual and sweet to getting whispers from random people while I was doing MSQ for the first. Oh, that's really cute. Or MSG for the first date of release. Arctic Silver says, "Well, you did eat 2 wardens. Oh, so we'd have a lot more ether built up in us, which would make she wouldn't recognize our ether levels. That's interesting. She sees ether. I hope you didn't eat some wardens and mess yours up. I see."
First explain this other presence in your company, the one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not 1 but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
It's been too long, clearly. Nice to see you too, Master Matoya. You truly thought me a sin eater. Yeah, let's do that one. I already did the one I really needed to nail anyways.
Master Matoya?
Master Matoya? He's like, do we shoot? Shoot them in the face?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
That sounds fun. God, the music hits so nice when you come out of these. That's so cool. Patrick says she sees Aether. I hope you didn't. Oh, you didn't like Wardens on the way up here. Arctic Silver says I always go for the sillier dialogue choice when I can. It's always worth it. It's fair. You have been busy since arriving in the First, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort gone, yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. All right. Again, we need to remember to get the crystal when we can. I think this would be the way that she wants us to go. Oh no, Fort Gone is gone. So true. Look at these mushroom lights. These are cool. Like those. Oh, and these things hanging in the trees. This is like a really cool zone. Except for like the horrifying chicken at the start of it. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12's Woods, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. It's exciting. Patrick says you Lifit have the power of 2 godlike light wardens inside of you. I hope you can keep it all in balance. I feel like, yeah, we're gonna be killing more too, so something's gotta give. I like these little like candles in the sides of the rock. Ooh. Wow, this is beautiful. All right, first things first, we are clicking this crystal before we forget. Did I fall in a puddle? I did. That's kind of sad. All right.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements.
All right.
They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
It's an interesting bow.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are simple people.
No, I don't think we ever expect feasts at this point. We just hope not to get shot on sight.
Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Sen says, yeah, like drinking too much yogurt and getting bloated while everyone around you is lactose intolerant. Oh no. So they're really yogurt wardens, is what you're saying? Oh, this is the music from the Matoya Cave, too.
Light Warden of Raktika.
I think. Or it's similar, anyways.
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand.
It is crazy, like, it's still a cool part of the story, how they've been here for, like, years, and we've kind of just come, which is really just, it's very interesting. Jamie says, besides, the last time someone offered us food and drink, yeah, we always got poisoned or drugged or whatever. Always have to be on the lookout. Patrick says, you stole a first question. Before I came here, I had these 3 jumbo crackpot tickets. Did you win it? Were you able to check for me?
I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded.
Oh, good. This is Emmett.
Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Well, I have a feeling that's where we'll be heading off to.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
All right.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
I mean, two of our best scholars working together should be able to crack the code.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
It does seem like she's got things laid out pretty well here. Do you have any idea who the Exarch is? Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I don't know. I feel like that's the biggest mystery that'll be unraveled by the end of this. I feel like he's the one who's giving the narration when we enter zones, though. I'm not sure, but I feel like either him or whoever he's supposed to be is the one. Urianger says no, or yeah, Jamie says, Urianger, no, don't leave us. We want him to leave us. We want a break from Urianger.
Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
It's absurd.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
I feel like that's pretty on the nose, Y'shtola. Pretty on the nose. Arctic Silver says, I think he is the narrator. Okay, yeah, see, that's what I'm leaning towards too. I'm not entirely sure, but it's one of my favorite things to figure out. Like Heaven's Ward, it was like interesting finding out who was narrating it. Stormblood was pretty obvious that it was Lise from the start, and I think that was it worked really well for that, because obviously Lise was going to have a very main story in it, so it was kind of cool that she was, like, it was the game saying, hey, Lise is super tied to this. And then this one's more of a mystery again.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Well, the current narrator is pretty obvious too. Oh, don't come after me like that. I cracked the Lise code immediately. I don't know, maybe it's a voice that I'm less able to place or something. The narrators of Endwalker surprise you? Alright.
That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Go and explore. Oh, we got some more gear. Let's see what we got. Legs, eh? And are these gonna be better for us as well? They sure are. Didn't really change much, but alright. Arctic Silver says, current narrator is only obvious if you've heard him voiced at this point. Yeah. I still don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm also, like, I'm not the best at, like, detective stuff, especially in this game. There's so many layers to everything. I'm just here for the ride. I'm not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alphanode have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is a part of life. We can be, but hope it's changed for the better. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. Well, it's pretty. I mean, we haven't talked to her enough, really, to like talk too much about that. I wouldn't say. You're right. After my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Sliverbow. Sliverbow? I feel like I'm butchering that name. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Alright, let's check out the plaza. I know we're probably like 10 minutes away from the end here, so we'll just take a look around here. We won't go off in any great adventures, I don't think. There's a mender there. What's Runar got for us? It's been a really cinematic heavy stream. Like it's been really cool. It's been a lot of story, which I like. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? He's gonna get his mind blown. From the Crystarium, I see. Okay, cool. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Now, do we get to choose what our, like, fake name is for this place, or is that never really discussed? Well, you are welcome to stay with us as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course. Anything for the guests of dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She seems a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the great fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Well, that's nice. Patrick says, so what's your thoughts in the MSQ for ShadowBringers then? Is it meeting your expectations? Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'd say the narrative that they're telling is the most interesting story of the, 3 or 4, I guess, if you count ARR that I've seen so far, right? What? ARR, Heaven's Word, Stormblood, I guess 3 I've seen so far. I think it's being told very well as well. I've talked about this a few streams, but like the work they do with the cameras and making things like very dramatic and filmed in very beautiful ways. Like you can really feel the quality increase, which is nice. And then obviously the voiced cutscenes are always really well done. So I'm certainly very interested to see what happens next, which I like. Sten says, well, narrator sure knows about the history of the lands that you are visiting, so maybe it's possible it's someone who knows the history of the lands by being present at the time of its old times. That's fair. That's fair. I think outsiders are allowed to use their own names. It's just members of the Blessed that rule applies to. Oh, so we can still be our own name, I see. Your words say yes, your voice says overhyped. Oh, I don't know if it was like, I mean, it was very hyped, certainly. Like ShadowBringers was the main reason I actually started playing Final Fantasy XIV. Like I started when it was like all the hype and all the rage. So, I mean, in that sense, I don't think I'd be able to say truly if the whole story or expansion was overhyped until I get to the very end of it, right? to see what the final parts of the story look like, I think will be very important. Certainly the best of the expansions I've done for Final Fantasy XIV, I think, so far. Like, it's had a really good start to the story, which can be slow in some of the other ones. But yeah, I don't know about overhyped or not. And I don't know what, like, I guess the biggest thing is, like, I don't know what I would have them change to make it more exciting, right? Like, I'd say it's very exciting. Arctic Silver says Shadowbringers has a great story. I think it was written by the same person who did the Dark Knight story. That's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I think it's got a good, like, it's got a good narrative, which I think is huge. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say there is not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks, or the sunless sea. I feel whole again. Now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know that there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within the Slitherbow, to show reverence to the dark. In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. The little sun vibes. I did like the little sun. That one was funny. All right, well, I think we'll save exploring the city for next time, just so that we have a good place to really kick things off, and we have this whole zone to explore as well. Oh, there's another crystal that way too. This is the last. Is this the last map that we haven't explored yet? Because we're here. We've done Lakelands. Have we done here? Yeah, we've gone here. That's, yeah, Yulmore. And we've done down here too. Yeah, so this is the last zone of the Shadowbringers expansion for us to really look at. I think it's a nice mix of different area. Oh no, what's this? Hold up. We've got a question mark, question mark, question mark. Lol, nope. Yeah, I missed some for sure. Alright, we've got more to look at. Well, that's always good. Patrick says, title your next stream Lahi. Lahi. That sounds fun. Love, hi, love. I'm super sorry to do this, but you're joining right at the end of the stream. But I'm super happy you could join us. Hopefully your day is going well. I'm sorry. Arctic says, nope, lol. Yeah, no, I missed that there was a map. Love says, sorry to be late, but glad to catch you to say hi. Well, I hope I hope your day is going well, love. And this, like all streams, will be up as a VOD on the channel, so feel free to check it out. But we'll also be doing more streams where we continue through the MSQ, and it's always nice. It's been a great stream, actually. Like, chat's been super engaged. I always love having a lot of questions and, like, additional details come from you guys. I think it's one of the more exciting reasons I like streaming MSQ stuff. It just adds a lot of flavor to it. Whereas, you know, it's fun streaming other stuff in the game too, but you guys just add a lot of quality to the MSQ, and kind of hype me up for different points. For example, like, you know, the choice of the 3 different replies, like little moments like that, right? It's just really fun. Patrick says, have a great Saturday, Seesaw or Chris. Exactly. Yeah, but have a great day, everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, as always. I'll see you next time. Bye.